All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we've got an entire freaking mess going on here. The whole garage is a mess right now. Don't mind the mess. I had to move a bunch of stuff out of the way just to get this car in for a new customer on an emergency. So I just want to show you guys this engine oil temperature sensor deal here on this 2012 Nissan Maxima. This is not going to be a very long video. I'm kind of done doing the hold your hand step-by-step tutorials because it seems like more people just want you to cut to the chase, right? Give them the info that they need. Understood. All right. We read the comments and we answer every single comment. So if you got one for us on this video, you think you got something that'll help someone else that's looking for this, let us know. All right. Just so you know, you're not taking advice from a backyard guy. I'm a front yard guy. All right. And so here is the oil temperature sensor. It also doubles as a coolant temperature sensor, and I was kind of skeptical. I don't like doing aftermarket parts, but we're in a pinch, so we couldn't really get this one. So take a screenshot of that. It's a 2012 Maxima with the 3.5 liter V6. I believe it's the VQ35. So there's that. But what you're going to find on most of these cars, I saw a few videos, they didn't really speak English very well, but and I saw that the wiring was burnt up. So I went ahead and got this connector kit right there. Go ahead and get a screenshot of that part number as well. And I found out that the sensor torque is 24.5 foot-pounds. Now, I applied just a little tiny bit of this stuff called seal and lock compound. You see it's just down in the threads. I'm not going crazy with it. I'm kind of out of it, but this is it right here. All right. This stuff works really well to prevent any kind of little seeps. You don't want to go over torquing this thing. You want it to stay in. There's oil pressure behind it. It's got a crush washer. That should be sufficient, but I guess I'm just one of those guys that like to go the little extra mile. So, all right. So you got your pigtails here, and there's a lock piece that goes in the front. So more than likely what we're doing is inserting these from the front of the connector. Let's see. No, actually, we're going in through the back, and then we put the lock piece in on the front. Okay, cool. Some connectors are different like that. So pay close attention before you go solder up wiring, and then you realize you got to push it through your connector. In this case, we're okay. I did go ahead and print this out. The wheel's going to be 83 foot-pounds. You're going to have to remove that to get in here unless you're doing this on a lift. There's a green wire, a black wire, pin 1 and 2. And just in case you mixed it up, this is the connector end view. So 1 and 2. All right, so looking at it like this, I believe that's going to be 1, that's going to be 2. So looking underneath there, I believe number 2 is our green wire. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go underneath the car and show you guys what we're looking at. This is an import direct part number, by the way. And here it is. It is 17-1509. Got this at O'Reilly's. It was about 12 bucks. So in a pinch, we need it. We got to get this car out today. The customer's chomping at the bit to get it back. Run it to the ground, and then you need it yesterday fast, right? And don't even really have all the money to pay. Go figure that. But she's a nice lady. So we found her broken down on the side of the road. Decided to help her out. Let's see what we can do. Okay. We got those part numbers. We got the connector. I showed you guys the wiring. Hopefully you got screenshots of that. If not, you can just rewind. Simple. All right. Let's go underneath the car and take a look. Okay. As you can tell, we have some other stuff going on, so you'll see some other videos on this car as well. But, okay, I think I'll have to get the flashlight in there for you to see the hole where it actually is. There's a mirror up there. If you could see that mirror right there, you'll be able to see the hole where it actually goes in. I'll try to get the camera up closer, but you see this is the CV axle on the passenger side. So you see why I said you got to take the wheel off to be able to get in here. And there's the wiring. Let me turn this off. It's kind of tough spot to show you guys really, but you could see right here that this wiring, it's all copper. And you see that I put this piece of green tape on it, right? And you see, yes, this one is to the right side. So connector view, our green wire, you see? There it is right there. There's the little snap for the top, the lock. It's on the top. And the green wire is to my right side, okay? And there's some green insulation. And then way up in there, you could see where the insulation gets good again. But this is bare copper. I wish I could tell you, what caused this. Was it the sensor itself shorting out, overheating the wire? I doubt it though, because I mean, I tested the sensor and I got about the same on the old one as the new one. Now, I know when it heats up, it could change resistance. It could also short out when in use. They do show a test you can do where you could put the old sensor in some boiling water. If you look carefully right there, you could see the hole right there where it goes in. So you want to use a mirror just to look at it. You want to spray a little cleaner up in there. I used some light electrical cleaner, this stuff right here, and just a blue shop towel to clean it up a little bit. And once the area is nice and clean, you can go ahead and just thread your sensor in there. And in this case right here, we're going to have to attach the wiring. So we're going to cut it back to where the wiring is good and usable again. But we're going to solder and heat shrink this in. There are these other connectors that you can use. Let me see if I can find some and show them to you guys. But I just wanted to show you where this sensor is actually located. So it's behind the power steering pump. It's not as bad as it seems to get to it. This is all I used. I used a 19 millimeter socket deep. It doesn't fit all the way on there, so make sure you got it on there square. And I used this universal joint just to give me a little bit of flex. Now, when I loosened it, it only took about 15 foot-pounds to loosen it. I measured it because I couldn't find the spec at the time, but I did find the spec later for the coolant temperature sensor, which is the same sensor as the oil temperature sensor, apparently. So if you can't find a listing for the oil temperature sensor, look for your same car coolant temperature sensor, all right? A customer provided me one. It was actually for a Toyota Corolla, so don't take parts from a customer. Lesson learned. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cut those wires, get that all spliced in there, and get the sensor up in there and torqued up. We just wanted to show you guys where it goes, what the job entails, and we will show you real quick those connectors, and we'll be done with this video. And if you guys want any kind of advice on doing this, I mean, obviously put it up on jack stands. Don't mess around with trying to do this being just on a jack. That's not a good idea. All right, let's see if we can find some of those. Oh, yeah, here they go. Bear with me for a sec, guys. Okay, these guys right here. I'm out of the blue ones, but actually I have another pack on the other side. But they have a low temperature solder inside, and so you could put the two wires in from either side, and then you can go ahead and just heat up from either end with like a heat gun, and just heat up the wire a little bit. Don't get too close, and heat up the wire on either end first, and then start working your way to the middle. This way you kind of trap the heat in the middle, right? And then concentrate all around that low temperature solder, and you'll see it melt and flow. All right, it can be done with a lighter, but you don't put the flame right up to it. You leave a little distance, and you waver it back and forth. You try to spread it out. You go this way, that way, and spread it out on either side first. Then you go here. Otherwise, you'll poke a hole in it with the flame. All right, or you'll set something on fire. So be careful. Got these on Amazon. There's a whole bunch of different ones. Look at the reviews to get the best one, but that'll do it. You can connect it with that, or you can, if you know how to solder and heat shrink, that'll be the best way. And I also have some aluminum, like heat tape, like flashing tape that you would use on like ducting and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just use a slim piece of it and just go one turn around, or turn and a half, I should say, around that wiring to try to protect it from the heat. And that's about it. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them there, and we'll get back to you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.